Good luck. Do you mind telling us what you identify as?
I prefer queer. Yeah, that's my identity.
Why?
It's a more broader term, so instead of assuming my gender, how I identify gender-wise, I prefer queer because it's not narrowed down to gay, bisexual, lesbian, or
CJ, please share with us how you identify.
I identify as gay. I've never been liking girls. It's just from a young age I've always knew that, oh, there's a guy, I'm more attracted to him than I would be to a girl.
And how has life been for you, like navigating in the streets around the world as a gay man?
Well, I came out when I was grade 10. So obviously in primary school people know and stuff, so they bully you, and that was kind of hard for me to get around. So when I finally came out, I was like, fuck it, I don't need people's opinions. And the day I came out, so many people supported me that it wasn't necessary to focus on the people who didn't accept me. So from that day on, I was just like, if you want to judge me, I don't care, I'm living my life. So
I started at a very young age, so to say, navigating my way through around 14. I was on dating sites at that time, and that's
Which
where I
ones?
that was Badoo. That was the only one. So, well, the only one that I was aware of, and I think that's where I started navigating my way through and starting to understand how I identify as sexual roles and all that. So, yeah, it's been okay. It's been a wild ride, but yeah, it's been a good one nonetheless.
Do you have like any pet peeves, like struggles that you've undergone within the LGBTQI community?
Not that I can think of from the top of my head. Not within the community itself. Pet peeves, not really. But I think my coming out, because it wasn't really coming out, it was being outed, so to say, by my neighbor, which is really weird. But
What happened there?
surveillance cameras. Homeboy has surveillance cameras. So that's what happened, and this was when I was 14 still, 15 actually, yeah. So I was with this other guy and we were just hanging around, and regular PDA, I don't shine against that, I'm not against it. So it was, yeah, public display of affection, and they jumped to the conclusion that, hey, your boy is gay. So yeah, ever since then it's been, I don't know, it's been a weird talk with my family.
what type of struggles?
Anything pops up to your head?
Not really, it's just the cause of miscommunication. I know there's this guy that I liked, and he was bi, but he said he preferred being with a girl than with a guy. So obviously that made me upset because I really liked him. So I wouldn't say it has struggles, but you can probably label it as that. So
How do you feel about the labels within the community? For instance, let's say labels like top, bottom, verse, top, and all of that. Because some people are just like, we need to know what role one plays, and others are like, no, but that causes binaries and stuff. Just love who you love and fuck who you fuck. Yeah.
I feel like every gay guy is versatile by default, and it just falls with preference as to which one you prefer to, I don't know, engage with. I'm verse, but I prefer topping, obviously. Yeah, and I don't know, it creates binaries as well, like it creates gender norms, so to say, because the top guy is expected to be macho. I find it really fucky. And the bottom guy is expected to be, I don't know, feminine and stuff. So I find those labels really problematic to an extent. But they do help to some extent, I guess.
Why do you think every gay guy is verse?
Because we all have the desire to be penetrated. I guess we all have. I'm assuming. This is coming from personal experience. And as much as you may not enjoy it, but it's been there at some point. And yeah, by default of being a guy, then you would want to penetrate something or something.
Okay. Don't you think that default setting, that's like a construct?
It is. What isn't a construct at this point?
Touche.
Everything is a construct.
Touche. And then, how do you feel about labels like people on some no femmes, no fats?
After BS. They like to code it with it's a preference. There's a difference between preference and now shaming people. Like you could just say, I'm into skinny guys. There is absolutely no need for you to say no fats, no femmes. Like just say, I'm into skinny masculine guys. That's it. Cool. You understand? As for no, it's further denying a gay guy something. Like we've already been denied of you've already been denied of rights within society. So why further deny people of, I don't know, certain things within the community? So it's a form of internalized homophobia. Personally, I feel.
I would say, I mean, it's nice to know what each person's label is, but that doesn't mean that identifies you as that one particular label. Because I know I'm verse, but I prefer to be verse top. But I mean, it all depends on the situation. If you really like a person, you are willing to cooperate and be okay, cool, I'll be the bottom and so on. But there's no need to label stuff for a sexual intercourse moment or stuff.
And then how do you feel about preferences that people have, like stuff like, no fats, no femmes?
I say fuck that. For me, I don't go for looks. I'm a person that goes for personality. So I don't care if you are a femme, if you're fat, if you're black or white or beige or you name the colors. So I would say it also depends on person to person, but it's really not necessary for those labels as well. Because I mean, if you love someone, you love them for them and not their body type. So
if there's something that you could redo in your walk right now with how you identify, what would it be?
I don't think there's anything different that I do. I haven't sat down and actually looked at how things. I love to live life to the fullest with no regrets. So I really don't look. I don't look back. The only time I actually look back is only to observe the good in whatever it is. As for what I redo, probably the dating side at a young age. but that had its positive effects on it. But I would have maybe held on to that for a while, probably like 17 at least, or 18. Yeah.
How's the dating situation now? Like, do you approach people in person? Do you still go online?
I've never approached a person in person. I've never approached a person face to face. Online is still the safest way to go because you never really know the person's sexuality, and the chances of you now, I don't know, being physically harmed or like, I don't know, someone, it gets really awkward. Like, you can't just go up to a person and say, hey, I like you. In as much as you can, sure, but you're not sure how that person is going to receive it on the other end. So keep it online for now, and yeah.
And then if there's any one thing that you could change about your journey so far, what would it be?
My gender.
Journey.
Oh. I would say, I don't know. There's nothing I would really change. My parents are supportive of my decision. It's not a decision, but to them it is. So I wouldn't change anything because it has been great. So yeah.